good.
Good.
You can mute the music at the bottom. Does it work? Like, just
think it's
notified
live.
everyone?
I think it's live. Pretty sure.
Yeah,
Sup.
I believe I notified everyone, so...
Oh, you add them?
Yeah. It's the first time I'm
Nice.
doing this.
Yeah. Same. Well, second time actually. I think Hageshi did it last time.
Oh.
Welcome everyone. Welcome.
Tina, fuck off.
Wow. You were very hasty. We already know he's going to ask about Fire Advance. Let me see if I can get Wugo, because Wugo can speak Portuguese.
Hey guys, just give us a second.
I mean, Saf, I can already answer you that question. Pretty sure Rory cancelled the elemental combos, like ice, wood, and sand style, a
True.
while back.
It was moved towards like single mastery advanced jutsus. So just easier to balance, and from the other side, it's much less art to do. I wouldn't like to be Luhan.
I think
with
the art is
elemental
even
combination.
the art is even less work than the balance. I think
Oh.
the balance is going to be a nightmare. As for puppets, I mean, it can be a clan thing. I'm not getting paid to make jutsus, by the way.
Yeah, it's much easier to level up now. But I'm not sure how we should approach that with answering the question. So I assume that not everyone would like to speak, but I believe it would be much easier, at least at the beginning. So if you have any question, just raise your hand and... Motherfucker. Yeah, I will add you.
Okay. I assume you're going to ask Kin.
This is Todd.
Hi,
Can you hear me?
Kin.
Yeah,
Yes.
we can hear you.
Hey guys.
What's up,
Okay.
bro?
I'm good. How are you guys? Good.
Very good.
Right. My question, not about jutsu, not about balance. Basically, like, obviously everyone knows Chunin exams haven't happened since January. So, like, is there any plans with that? Do you have any information on like when they'll be automated? And then like, is there anything that's going to come from the ranking system more than just aesthetics? Like, obviously Kage used to be able to exile and you could jail your villagers for RP stuff, but there was too much abuse, which totally makes sense. And I understand why it's been changed the way that it has. But is there like anything in the pipeline that'll, you know, replace that old system in a healthier way?
Do you want to answer that, Luhan, or should I go?
I mean, you can answer it from like an admin point of view.
So, Okay, I would just make it this way to. Okay, so that's a hard one.
Again,
I mean,
okay,
there is no
I can.
estimated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there is legit no estimated time. Rory did not
Yeah.
tell us anything about the auto tuning event. To be honest, there's not even maps made for it yet. That doesn't mean we're not going to use the existing ones, but I'm pretty sure he did add editor features like code settings and stuff for it, but he has
That's
not
true.
informed us at all about what his vision is for it. If it's going to be completely automated, like not even commies are going to choose anything. We have no idea regarding that. And as for making rank more viable or useful, I think we can work on ranked only missions. So there's just not just cosmetics.
Yeah, but I
don't know, can
believe
you add?
this one would come after the initial system is in place, so there is not like confirmed plans on that. And as Lou said, we are just not aware now of the timing when it will be delivered. I know, guys, that you would like to participate in tuning exams, but you will have to wait a little more. Sorry to say.
I mean, maybe this is a big maybe. If we get enough votes or traction, we can maybe convince Rory to host like a shared or a joint tuning exam if there are GMs available to host it. Because I do feel like while we are waiting so long, we might as well add it or at least attempt a GM joint one. I don't know. What do you think, Dalp? But again, this is very much a big if.
If it would be the one, like, no, the only one in the year, the big one, I'm all into it. So we can try, but no promises.
Yeah, no promises.
I will invite another person to speak.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up? Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay, great. So I actually have a bunch of questions, but I have two very important ones, and one is kind of difficult, and another one is simple. Which one would you prefer?
Go with
Let's
simple
start with
first.
the simple one. Yeah.
With the simple ones. Okay, so nowadays we have a lot of games which have like different PT systems. Usually gacha games and some MMORPGs also have these systems for loot. And well, there's no such system in Nin, so it ends up creating a situation where a new player who's level 23 can spend like 20 blanks and get 0 tier 2 scrolls. So my question is, what's stopping you from adding a PT system? And if that's Rory, who's stopping you, what's his reasoning behind that?
I can take on this one. So basically, there is no one stopping us. It's like it was never really bring up. So at least I don't know about that. So of course I understand the reason behind this question. So I would like to see a PT system myself, especially for like drops. Let's say with Nin drop rates, it would have to be pretty high, but I would like to see people being rewarded after, I don't know, killing the boss 500 times, because sometimes they can get nothing. But it's not in my power here, and this was never discussed before between us. So
Okay, so I can weigh in on that. I agree. If we look at the drop rates of Nin, 1 in 1,000, most of these items are 1 in 1,000. It's kind of demotivating if you have to fight a boss that has 10, 20, 50k HP and they drop nothing, or they troll you and they drop a tool pack. So I've been talking to Kenok, and there's actually an item that I'm working on. Like, I will send the screenshot in the chat. I think some of you might have seen this, but this is something I'm working on. So you can look at the chat now. This is an item that I want to add to bosses, humanoid bosses, that has a chance to drop Ryo or a gemstone, something valuable that you have to go sell, essentially. So if you don't sell it, you have a chance to drop it on death. So it kind of forces you to travel, and it forces you not to camp a spot. Yeah, so you can get Ryo, maybe like 500, 400 Ryo in it. You can drop a gem that you can sell for 600 Ryo. But no, the money doesn't drop on death. The items inside. So there's like a gem, a gacha chance to get the gemstone. But there's also going to be trash items. We can't make it 100% like Ryo, else there's like always a chance that it can be abused. But it's definitely going to give more motivation to farm bosses. And the drop rate is not going to be 1 in 100. Like if I had to choose a drop rate for this, I would make it 1 in 10 kills or 1 in 15 kills. Yeah, so that's all I can say based on boss farming when it comes to some kind of pity system. Also, Kenok joined the chat. What's up, Kenok?
Yo, what up?
Okay.
Also,
Okay,
as a last thing that I would like to add on what Saf commented is, can we see a rework of drop rates? I believe that pretty much what Kin said a few messages ago, it's like, if it wasn't rare, you wouldn't want it. And I believe it's what stands true for the Nin, even if you don't like it. Okay. You have
thank
one
you.
more question?
Yeah, but I think I'll keep it for a bit later. For now, let others. Ask
Sure,
their stuff.
thank you.
Thank you for the
So-
question.
Who else would like to talk? No, Kin, not again. I have a person here.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, we
Yes.
can hear you.
All right, thank you. Actually, I have 4 questions. I'm only gonna ask one here and then later the rest, because this one is the most interesting for me, at least, I think.
Yeah.
So we got introduced some new words regarding casting jutsus, like channeling and charging and such. And I'm curious if you could elaborate on these. What are the differences between these and regular castings?
Okay, who's gonna take this
Go
one?
ahead.
Okay, so
You know them the best.
we asked Kai, he's a programmer, a new programmer on the team, to add a new kind of jutsu called channel jutsu. So I will look at the wording again of the jutsus and just make sure. I know channel is basically casting, so it can be confusing. So I'll make sure the ones that are cast, like normal Nin, how it is now, says cast, and if it says channel, it means the actual new mechanic channel. So the new mechanic channel works like you press the button, so you put the spell or the jutsu in your hotbar, and whatever that key is, if you hold it, it does that jutsu on, not repeat, but it drains chakra while you use it. And it is, yes, it's continuous casting, and it drains chakra. Well, we can set the rate at which it drains the chakra. And again, it depends on the jutsu. Some jutsus you can walk channel, some jutsus are stand channel. It really depends on the jutsu. And you are also silenced while you channel. So you cannot channel and cutter, or channel and flicker, or channel and sub. And so far, the only advanced channel is the Weapon Master one. For now, that might change, but for now, it's only the Strength Weapon Master one.
Yes, Marino. It drains 100% of the chakra. Like each time it casts again, it drains the chakra. So basically, you can hold it until you run out of chakra, or until you just release the key, and then it's going to go on cooldown, basically.
Yes, there is a cooldown. by the way. It's not
Yeah,
channel,
so-
and then once you have chakra again, you can cast again.
Yeah,
we can set it
like
like that, but it's not like that.
Yeah, the second you stop casting it, it just goes on cooldown.
Yes.
All right, thank you very much.
All good?
Hello, thank you. My question is about some systems that I feel like are abandoned. The guild system, the clan system, and summoning system. I feel like they're not that much useful. And if they are, it's like for the guild, like for like the 10% stats or drop rates. Will this be changed? I mean, anything new like for the summoning or clan system?
So like clan systems, that's like a future project basically. Like Rory has plans to make it. So like each clan is going to have its own thing, you know, that's going to affect how you play, how your build works. So like you're going to have a clan that has like, for example, summoning dogs, right? Or another clan that gets a healing jutsu or whatever. So basically that's going to affect a lot on how you build your character. But yeah, that's not something we're working on currently. But yeah, like definitely for the future. And about guilds, you asked about the bonus, right? Like the 10% bonus, like EXP and drop and stuff.
Yeah, there's in summoning system.
Yeah, so like currently there are really no plans for that, honestly. That's really not something like we plan on working on anytime soon. I would say probably the clan system's probably gonna like come before there are any changes to guild. But yeah, we're keeping a close eye to those. But yeah, it's not something for now. It's definitely for the future.
Rory does want to update the whole summoning system. He has talked to me about
that's true.
Like he wants players to be able to name their summon, to maybe even choose the color of the summon, choose the jutsus, even set the stats of the summon. But again, that is in the future, distant future.
Yeah. It's really not like the focus right now. But yeah, it's definitely gonna happen sometime.
Okay.
Hello.
Yo.
Thank you for this Q&A. I got a question that I've been asking for a while now, and I think there's something about it. What I'm trying to understand is, will there be a systems where we can stash untradeable items, like a bank system, like most MMOs, or just the regular stash? Because a lot of the items we can't trade, we can't hide, and they're locked to the accounts. And let's say someone want to do a reset or something, the items is just lost. For example, the war items. So is there plans or maybe ideas to work around this? Thank you.
You want to go, Canuck, or?
I mean, I have some I have questioned Worry about this before, right? So I kind of know how he thinks about it and why it is the way it is, which is basically he looks at those items as like some sort of character progression, right? So like progression that you don't want to lose on your character, so you're always scared of resetting and stuff, so it makes your character more valuable. So that's like his idea behind it. That's why we have so many like untradeable items and stuff. So yeah, that's basically why it is the way it is. I don't know if he plans on adding like personal stashes or like account stashes, right? Or chests where you can just stash those items and grab them whenever. But yeah, that's basically the reason why it is the way it is. I don't know if Delp has any other comment on that, but yeah.
Not really. I mean, for some items like the Kage ropes, we are making the exception already.
Yeah.
So it can't be like that for everyone. So I agree with everything you said. Okay.
Okay, can I make the question?
Sure.
Okay, I got two actually. What about the guild leveling progress? Because now leveling guild is a pain as hell. We spent like almost 20k NC worth in chest to level guild to level 22 by the scrolls. Not to mention we was leveling like crazy with 14 people. And we not even get like any worth XP. Like Penguin give like 14 or 19 XP per kill. If I wanna level guild right now from 22 to 23, I need kill over 7k of penguins to get level up. There is any plans to change it? Because, like I said, the scrolls not drop anymore the instant level up. What is pain also?
It's a hard one.
I don't know the reason why Rory took away the guild level scroll, like the full level up from the, from the cash shop.
I kind of know.
But do you think? Okay.
Basically, the idea is that why I said it's a hard question because, from what I know, the guilds were never meant to be that high level as they are. I mean, we have a few guilds which are really, really high level, and I believe that it creates like misconception around that everyone should gain such a high level, and basically I don't know how to say that, but I believe it should be the way it is right now from the beginning. And yeah, just it's really hard question to answer. And if we talk about any plans, I talked about that multiple times, and sorry to say, but I believe that there is no plans in upcoming future to change how guild leveling works like.
Nice. Okay.
I mean,
the second one. Yeah, sure. Go on, Lou.
Oh, Lou.
Oh, I just wanted to say maybe, this is a big maybe, we can add more achievements or more ways that are not pay to win, so no money spent, to get level up scrolls again within the world. I don't know how that's going to be, if it's going to be event, coupon item, or I have no idea, but I'm open to adding or making it available.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Yeah. Also, like, I don't know, if mobs just gave more XP in general, right? Because like grinding Indian is not really worth it for XP. Like, after, I don't know, level like 40 or something, there's just no point in grinding anymore for XP. So, like maybe, if that would be changed, then would also, help guilds a bit. But yeah,
I ask for that.
it's tough. Like, yeah,
and I also ask for the range change to 20 levels difference, but
yeah, we have always like asked Rory for stuff, but at the end of the day, most of those like big changes, it needs to come from him, right? So it's not like we can just change them. Yeah.
Yeah, and another one is about the one I make on the chat about the rework of the rewards in the arcs to make the leveling more smooth. I know I'm level up from 1 to 16 in 2 days, but I was nerding all days. And it was old account with millions daily resets, and I was asking to people to pull me mission and wasting their daily resets also.
So I actually talked with Kenneth about that, I believe, today. So at the beginning I planned to move the Land of Arena XP, but I believe we are not going to do that because of how the leveling experience looks already, and rather focus on different parts of the arc itself to make it enjoyable. So like, I don't know, changing the requirements, maybe adjusting the map, which by the way was already done by Kenok in the past. When it comes to the rest of the arcs, like the bandits, Toad, and what's the name? The train one. I believe they are perfectly balanced in terms of the XP gains. I mean, I'm also the fast leveling person, let's say, and I got my 15 less than 2 days in January, and it shouldn't be like that for let's say regular player experience. And it's a journey to get the 50, which is already really, really fast in compared to how it looked like before, and I believe it's quite nice balanced at the moment.
Yeah, I added a couple like extra missions at the start as well for the like tutorial. Like they're not perfect, but it's just to like guide them a bit to like the grinding areas or which mobs they should be killing at those levels. It's like it helps a bit for players to reach level like 10 or 11. I guess we could definitely use some work on like 10 to 15. That's like there's a huge gap there. Like there's nothing to do besides killing mobs or like doing those bad dailies because the good dailies only start at level 16 with parcel and stuff. So yeah, that's definitely like a point where we could work. But for the other like level ranges, I don't think there's like any planned stuff besides the rework on the level. Is it 45, Lou? The arc you're planning on reworking?
I mean, yeah, that is something we are gonna rework. We're gonna rework the level 45 arc completely.
I mean, like 35 to 40 is also just spamming dailies because there is like, I mean, there is the beer hermit. That's it. That's the all you have to do after this. So like adding some maybe more mission between those, and also for arc 50 maybe more mission because there is also like daily spamming after the first two mission. You have to spam dailies to get the level to start another pack of mission there.
So I mean, we are adding some smaller one-time missions, like recently in with this beer cave that Lou made with Phantom Maru. It's really nice. For 35 to 40, I agree, but I would rather make more interesting daily pool instead of adding a lot of content, because I believe that dailies at this range are kind of boring. What else? It's when it comes to 50 plus, I wouldn't change Land of Iron personally, except for the things I said previously. I would rather focus on maybe making some side quest line similar to what we have on 30 to 40 and so on. Just something to have to do on site. And actually, one of my ideas was about reworking the Blood Shark cave into small quest lines. So that's what I can share with you at the moment.
Yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for the answers.
Thank you.
Yep.
All good.
Artis. Oh.
Hey guys, can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
All right. Sorry, I'm at a train station, so it might be a little loud. I don't know if this was asked already, but is there any plans for like PvP incentives for endgame?
Currently,
so like right now, like right now, if you get a character to 60, unless you're in the DVs, people are just basically waiting for auto events. So I was just wondering, like, the war event was like a good start to it, I think. But if there's something that rotates in and out constantly to keep people like killing each other.
Yeah. Like, I guess we could like work on some seasonal PvP events or something. But like besides that, there's really nothing planned to it, to be honest. I know it's kind of annoying, when you're just like max level and there's nothing else to do besides sitting in the village or sparring or joining tournaments. But like currently, there are really no other plans for that. But yeah, I guess seasonal PvP events could be like the way to do it. Not necessarily like always the same event, but like keep rotating between them. But yeah, I guess that could help a bit.
All right, thank you.
And also replying to the question on the chat, no, I don't believe any type of like matchmaking battleground area will come to Nino. It's about open world in the end.
Yeah, I don't think that will ever be a thing.
Yeah.
About the old village raid points, so that one, it was kind of nice back in the day. I'm not really sure about the reasons it got removed, but it would definitely be good to like have something to replace it again. So I guess that's something we could, talk to Rory about and see how he feels about it. But yeah, that could definitely help a bit.
What's up, guys? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hey, yeah.
A quick question. I wanted to know how you guys manage the player suggestions, because one of the things I've noticed is a lot of people make player suggestions, me included, but do they even get seen and do they even get considered? Because like the list is long. There's a lot of suggestions that get upvoted by a lot of the players, but we don't really ever see them implemented.
So, I mean, I believe it depends on the person you ask. I can speak for myself. I'm checking them like once a week. Yes, and the ones I can implement, and I feel like they have a place in the game after talking with the other guys. Kind of clue. They are being added, but some of them require bucket changes, so that's when we are not always able to act right away.
You guys just have to wait on Rory, I'm guessing.
Yeah, like there are like some small changes that we can do, right? Like someone suggested like a change to sensory leveling because it was too hard, and like I did it, and like some small map changes and stuff. Like some small changes we can always do. Like major like revamps or reworks of systems and stuff, that's really not up to us. So that we really depend on Rory to approve those. So yeah, that's why like a lot of those are just like there, you know, and kind of ignored, let's say. But yeah, that's basically it.
Just making sure if you guys were still looking at those or not, or if it was like
No, yeah, we do look at them. Yeah, it just it's not really entirely up to us, right? But yeah, we do look at them.
If I can speak for myself, if you feel like I can implement it, just tag me. I'm going to check it, but I don't want to speak for the others because
by the way, now you're gonna tag in every single player.
I love you guys.
Yo. I just got two quick questions. The first one being, is there any plans to, or is there anything currently happening as far as fleshing out the crafting gathering system? A lot of it feels like things were implemented when there was like a good idea, but it wasn't fully fleshed out before implementing it. So now it's kind of in a weird spot where, like for example, and this is just the one that is closely affecting me, is the cooking and fishing aspect. We replace charms with food buffs, but all these food buffs are stupid expensive to craft because of how hard it is to get these specific fish. And now nobody wants to fish because there's no value in it, except those very few fish that have value. So is there anything being done currently as far as working on this, or is there any plans to work on this?
I do have plans on like polishing it a bit. Maybe adding like different recipes. Let's say like multiple options of like, I would say like the same buff, or like just different foods with different, possible materials and different fishes. But yeah, that's something we really need to work on, especially fishing ones. About the other ones, there's really not a plan besides just keep adding more stuff. But yeah, fishing I do have plans on making it better and stuff. Yeah.
This is my one suggestion I have to it that I think would provide an immediate relief to it, is just adding some type of bait that allows you to have a higher chance of catching the specific fish you're looking for. You
I think I've seen
that's
that,
it.
yeah.
Like
yeah,
that,
I think
that
I've
would,
seen that one.
Yeah, it would easily bring down the value on the food buffs and make it more accessible to everybody, so that people actually have access to the charms. If you want to be one of those min maxers or be buffed up 24/7, like that's it. It's there for you instead of it being only available to the people that got money.
Yeah.
Surely,
and then what's up?
Yeah, I mean that's the good idea. I don't know if I would do it for a specific fish, but let's say if there would be a bait that increase your chance to get specific rarity of the fish.
Yeah,
that would be something nice. I mean, we could ask Kai about that, but yeah, just the idea, no promises.
Of course. Yeah, I just wanted to throw something out because I mean it's kind of tough as it is right now. And then my second question is, as far as the tuning exams, I get that, and you guys already briefly went into it.
we might not be getting them anytime soon. Like we gotta wait even longer. But forget GM hosted or none of that. Like don't put that burden on yourselves. Is there any way that we can just host them ourselves, or kind of think of a way that we can promote people in the village? Because it sucks that there's a lot of people who are putting in the time and effort to not only retain the population of the community, but like actively helping new players in the game. These people deserve to be ranked up within the community, and they're just kind of stuck fiddling their thumbs and feel like they're doing all this work for nothing at a certain point if they're not getting promoted. So if it's anything, I would just be really happy to promote a small group of people during my term, even retroactively promote the people during bronze term or the past terms, for example, that didn't get you know, some type of promotion.
You want to take on that, Canuck? Or
I mean,
because for real, I'll do all the work as far as hosting. I'll do it for all the villages if I have to. It really sucks that these people are just going without getting ranked up. And we were getting them back to back, you know?
There was a similar question at the beginning. I don't know if you were here, Canuck.
No, sorry, not.
So for the automated system, it's to come in the future, and there's no plans for the tuning exams before that, at least for now. So we can try to make it work, but again, it's
so like the main issue is the fact that a lot of people that like they don't get promoted and they just feel like the village leadership is like, you know, giving preference to their friends and stuff. So like that's the main issue we have with tuning exams right now. Right. Like while it's fun, it makes a lot of people annoyed by it and just, you know, disappointed. So yeah, like while we don't have the automated, I was really considering making another, you know, manual one, like the old way, just GMs doing it and stuff. Just because it has been like what 6 months now since we don't have a tune-in.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like I guess we could make that one because we really don't have like an ATA on the automated version. But yeah, it would just be like the old way, you know, like it has always happened. But yeah, we'll probably do that one. Yeah, we'll probably have a tuning soon.
Because I would say don't even put that stress on yourself. Like I know that, and forget about, you know, the community's uproar when they don't get promoted. It is what it is. That's gonna happen no matter what. Even if you have an automated one, people are gonna be pissed.
Yeah.
Right. So what I'm trying to say is, instead of putting that stress on yourself, allow us to do it. We don't even have to have like a full-blown event like y'all done it in the past. We can figure something out. I mean, we could work with you guys to try to make it make sense, right? But give us the opportunity to be able to grant the players that are actively putting in the work in this community to get promoted. I understand that it was, you know, people just promoting their friends in the past, but I think at this point, or at least with leadership right now, I can assure you that's not going to be an issue, because we're all here trying to make sure that the community stays alive, honestly.
So I wish everyone would have such approach as you have, and I wish I would be able to just say, yeah, let's go do it, and just give me a names at the end and I will send the papers. But
yeah,
unfortunately it's not how it works.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, but as Canuck said, we'll try to make something for you guys.
Yeah, like if you have ideas, sure, you can send it our way, but like it's not really ideal to have tunings hosted by players because, you know, they can be biased and all that.
Yeah, I understand.
Yes, and also you also require a lot of, you know, teleporting and warping to the arenas and all that. So like gems have to be involved, you know, regardless. But yeah, we can, like I said, we'll probably have a tuning soon. I'll just, you know, figure out a bit and see how many promotions you're gonna give out, and, you know, also let Rory know about it because he was the one that asked us to not do another tuning for a while. So, but yeah, yeah, whenever you have more information on that, we'll make an announcement about the tunings and all that.
All right, I appreciate it.
Thank you. Okay.
Yo.
Hey.
So I wanted to bring up, it's like a really popular player suggestion, but I haven't heard any follow-up of it, and I'm just curious if you guys have a take on it. Where obviously guilds can alliance and turn off friendly fires. Is there any way that you can have like red outline and red health bar remove when you're not able to hit the guy? Because it's just really, it's not really like intuitive, and it's kind of confusing when you're in the situations.
Yeah, we've seen the player ideas post about it, and also I remember who it was. They tagged me on general chat and asked about it. So yeah, like I don't know why that's not a thing. I'll be honest. We can ask Kai or Rory to add it or fix it, whatever. But yeah, I think that could definitely be a thing. I don't know why it's not like that. Doesn't make much sense. Since like you can hit them, like why don't they have an green HP bar, right? So. Oh yeah, that's something we can bring up to them and see if we can get it worked. But yeah.
Yeah, I was mostly just curious if there was like a reason for it. Like if it's hard to code or if it's just not part of the vision or whatever.
I think it was just.
So I wanted to ask.
I think it was just an oversight. I'll be honest, because in Takumi, it's not like everyone's allies, right? Like people there are enemies and all that, so it makes sense for the reason why you have orange HP bars. But if they're in a guild, there's not really a reason why to have orange HP bars. So that can be fixed definitely. We can just ask them about it.
Okay, sweet. Just wanted to bring that up. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So, I want to ask about the weapons. Are you guys still messing around with it? Are you gonna change some things? Are they final? Because I'm gonna cite two weapons that I'm having problems with. It's the bone sword and the bow. The bow is absolute crap right now. I'm doing like 25 damage. The arrows I can hit. I'm not safe. Effing difficult to craft. It's a 50% chance. There's been days I farm like 20 tries and didn't get one. And the bone sword is just the same as the iron sight. It's the same damage, it's the same speed. Why would I lose my time farming the bone sword if I can use the iron sight right now?
First thing to say from my side is that the weapons are never final.
Yeah, true.
And when it comes to the rest, especially the bow, I believe Lou can say something nice about it.
Yeah.
So I feel like bow is gonna get completely reworked. It's either gonna be agi and strength, or just a pure agi weapon. And then Kenok, do you think we can tell them a little bit about what we maybe plan to do? Or
yeah, that's fine. So we have plans on making like bow have its own jutsu, right? So like we don't know yet it's gonna be like a whole mastery or if it's gonna be like universal jutsus, right? But so we do have plans to making like bow jutsus, and it's probably gonna scale with agility. But to balance it, you're not going to be able to use like jutsus using a bow, right?
Yes.
Otherwise, it would be just like broken. But yeah, we do have plans for that. But yeah, again, it's something we need to bring up to Rory, and he needs to give the final word on it. But yes, we do plan on reworking bows in general. And you mentioned the bone sword, so yeah, bone sword's kind of weird. Like the advantage of using it was supposed to be the attack speed. But nowadays we have like so many weapons that it's kind of pointless because we just have like a lot of options and they kind of do the same stuff as the other one. But yeah, I guess we can look at them since Bone Sword has been in the game for a while now, and has been a while since it was balanced. So I guess we could take a look at that one and also other older swords. But yeah, that's basically what we have right now.
Yeah, it's like a legendary blade you get from a hard boss, and it's the same as the iron sighted ups on the Cursed Hosts. So, and I had another one. What's the bureaucracy where you're gonna get to submitting an item? Like I made an item, I want to show to Lou. We're gonna work it. What it's gonna go through before going into the game, if ever.
So the thing about weapons is, it's even for us, it's kind of a big task to add a weapon because weapons can very quickly be game breaking or too OP, or you make a weapon and it's not good at all. And then someone sells it to another player, and then we buff it a few months later, and then they cry, "Wow, when we already Warglaive, we already spent so much, or we only, So if you have a cosmetic, I'm always open. People can DM me cosmetics if it has the standard of Nin art, the guidelines and the same look more or less. By all means, we can add it as a crafting item or a drop or a cash shop item. But for weapons, I'm not saying it's never going to get added if you submit a weapon, but those are going to take a while.
Yeah, but it's also, the point is that what Lou said, basically, we can't just add the next weapon, like beside the balance or whatever. Like, usually, if you will see how the weapons works in Nin, you have some content around it, right? So it usually requires from us to create something to make sense for that weapon, because we could add the weapon to every monster, but it doesn't make sense. So
I wouldn't even put stats on it. I would let you guys do it.
Yeah, but yeah, it's kind of hard as well because we can't just keep adding weapons, and that would just make other weapons feel more useless.
Yeah.
Like you just have like a shit ton of useless weapons in the game, and that no one's cared about them. So, but yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That's all.
How's it going, boys?
Let Dart go first.
Go ahead. All right. So first, thanks for the Q&A. My question, I think it's a follow-up from the last one. We've talked about like weapons, and it's like always changing. So I want to ask about like stat building. So stat building in this game is very sensitive. So like you create your build based on stats, on like weapon requirements and things like that. And we know like every week we have like patch notes changing like weapons requirements, stat requirement, and things like that. So my question is more like, is there a better system than just having like the stat reset as an item that you can that you have to purchase to actually change your build? Because in Nin it's so important, like the way that your build are, it's based for the method. So like I know that we have like the item in the store that we can buy to start reset and things like that. But in other like games in this genre, you have like kind of like a way to start reset for free. Maybe like a cooldown. You have like one start reset per month or things like that. So it's just more like a question of like, if the balancing is always changing, is there not a better way for us to like stat build in the game than just to have to buy or like get a stat reset every time that has a new change to weapons or things like that?
I mean, there really not a plan for that. Like currently, I guess we could introduce other ways to reset your build, like maybe using Ryo or something. But there's really not a plan for that currently. No.
And also there is a lot of coupons. I mean, the ways. I mean, they need to sacrifice time from you because you have to participate in events, you have to win them, and so on. But it's quite easy way, even for a like mid player, let's say, to gather the coupons for that. The second thing is, if we are introducing the big changes, we are actually sending the stat reset most of the time. So yeah, even now we didn't send one because there was one sent for the anniversary. So yeah.
Yeah, but it could be interesting to have like another way to start reset. Maybe a Ryo one, because you have like Ryo blessings, right? They're expensive, but they're there. So maybe that could be an alternative as well. But yeah.
Yeah, I was just wondering because like there's a lot of like patch notes and everything is changing weekly. So I know that we can like farm coupons and things like that or buy directly, but it can become frustrating when you're like building a character and like weapons change. So for example, for taijutsu, sometimes that you need to test to see what works with your build, and then you like put 100 like AG for a weapon, and then it changes and all of that, and it's hard to keep up, So it was just wondering. But yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
I guess I joined late, so if I ask something that's already been asked, you just let me know. 460 arc
50 arc, one of the problems was, aside from being a pain to get through it, you get to the end and it's like the drops are 1 in a million chance off of a boss that doesn't die for an hour. Do you have plans to make the drops or gear from 60 arc more accessible, or is it? Do we expect the same thing? You get to the end, you farm a boss that has 1 million HP, and maybe it drops one a year.
Okay, Dalp, I think you can answer this one. We might as well tell them now.
What should I tell them? So
yeah, tell me the
guys, sadly, the drop rate is even worse. It's gonna be 1 in 2,000. It's gonna. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so there's a lot of drops in the next arc. I don't want to spoil too much because it's kind of part of the fun.
I can do it. I can do it.
Okay.
So for the new arc, there will be the other ways of acquiring the weapons, and of course there will be a few weapons that you will get in a classic way. So you will farm the boss for months. Just joking.
For months.
Yeah,
for some
to
days.
get it. Yeah, maybe you will get it after one kill. You know, it's all about your luck, Gamba. But there will be the other ways that will actually respect your time. So not every weapon, of course, but let's say there is a nice split between the weapons you have to farm boss for and the ones that respect your time, and you can just
Just
do
say it.
other activities.
I think we can say it.
We can just say it.
Yeah, it's fine. So basically, the idea on the new arc is to like give you guys other options to have weapons, right? Like end-game weapons have been like gate kept behind super low drop rates and stuff. But yeah, so in the new arc we have a lot of options. There's gonna be craftable weapons, so you don't really need to just sit there and killing the same boss over and over and hoping for a drop. You'll be able to craft them. There'll be like recipes and all that shit, But yeah, you'll be fine. Yes, there'll be int weapons as well, craftable. So yeah, there'll be like craftable versions for like almost.
And also for the players that can't spend that much time on gathering the resources, there will be, after finishing the arc, there will be weekly missions which will allow you to speed up this process a little.
Oh, nice. One more follow-up question. In terms of stats right now, we know Fort is the meta because of the way that requirements work. People just take the minimum requirement for their weapon. You have plans for diversifying weapon requirements, the way Notoru fan has random agi requirement, for example, but that it limits the amount of fort you can have when you use that weapon. Do you plan more of that, or how are you going to limit fort meta?
I mean,
we have
I made this fun.
Yeah.
It's I don't think I had the idea of limiting fort when making it. I just thought it's pretty cool to have Agi on double bullet fan. If I'm being honest.
Nice. Role-playing balance team.
No, but I think that this fun is, especially after recent changes that Canuck made, is in a good spot. It was a little overwhelming, especially in 1v1 combat, because I still believe the other fans are a better option. If there are plans, I believe it depends on the weapon. I mean, if we look at the weapons, and when we talk about the balance between us, it's sharing opinions and considering different directions. So it's not the same thing that we apply to everything. But I believe that it might be a good path to maybe reduce fortitude based way of splitting your stats.
Yeah, I agree. As long as you're aware that fort is meta. Anyway, thank you, guys.
Yeah, we are aware of it. Yeah.
Okay. All right, thanks, please.
Thank you. Let me bring.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going, guys? My question was directed towards auto events, and if there's any like thing in the works about changing the times of when certain events show up. For example, like on weekdays, I can only really play in the evenings, and I only get access to like a limited amount of auto events. So like 3v3s, TDMs, and 1v1s are never in my schedule because they're always at the same time and they're kind of awkward times. Is there anything like that could be addressed about that, just so that more people could have more access, maybe like rotating schedules or something?
Yeah, I believe that it's something we can actually ask for now. The Kai, our programmer, and yeah, it would be cool to see them rotating rather than fixed time, because I know what you mean. As a European player, for example, I believe it's still this way, but there was 1v1 at 12 my time, and I was at work. I couldn't participate, and the second one was when I was basically asleep. So yeah, I believe it can be looked into, and we can definitely ask to add some rotation to it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people like their fixed times just because some people can access it every day, which is cool too. But I think if there's some diversification so that the people that can't could partake, you know what I mean?
Yeah, on Toad server it's tough because you have like people with multiple time zones, right? So it's kind of hard. So yeah, like maybe like Delp said, we could make them rotate like maybe a weekly schedule or something. Or we can just add like more events, but that's also gonna inflate the coupons in the server.
Right. That'd be.
But so, yeah,
Yeah.
so
The
like
time between them isn't the problem. It's more just the types that happen.
yeah, so like we'll probably need to like ask Rory about it, but yeah, I mean I guess we could try to figure something out.
Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you. Let me add another one.
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Hi. Thank you. So basically, I was just wondering. So since Thai has, okay, not Thai specifically, but you guys mentioned that adding another agility mastery, right? So I was thinking like the agility stat itself is already kind of busted since you get evasion, crit chance, you get attack speed, which also goes into crit chance. And you could add the crit rings on top, right? Uh, I ended up making a suggestion. I don't know if any of you checked it out, but either way, um, I was basically wondering if when okay, since Thai is the way it is, right? If like strength weapon master specifically could be like a good counter, because the way I personally think about it is um weapon master and Thai are pretty much like two sides of one coin, right? So if Thai is going into crit chance, then shouldn't weapon master be going into crit damage to kind of counter it? So like one would be hitting more often, the other one would be more accurate with the hits.
That's a tough one. Because like I guess a big change like that would like it's not like something we can do, right? It's not like that would be like a really big change to make. Like I see your point. I've seen other people, talking about it as well. We know agility like is basically the strongest set, right? I would say behind fortitude because it also gives stamina, so that's kind of broken. But yeah, agility is super strong. It gives like attack speed, agility, like crit chance, cast speed, auto attack
Evasion.
damage, yeah, invasion. So like it does a lot. So I don't know. That's really not something that that's up to us. I would definitely like maybe remove some of those attributes from agility, but yeah, unfortunately that's really not up
It's
to us.
like
But yeah, I can see it.
core of the Nin, and in case of this core stuff, that's not in our hands, unfortunately.
All right. Yeah, that sounds good. I just have like one other question. So, so basically before, skins used to be like a lot more common, from what I hear. Is there like a way to incorporate skins into like events that are like only like that only happen like once a term or something? Like on like really big events?
So you mean like weapon skins or
Yes,
actual
weapon
character
skins.
skins?
Either one actually.
I mean, character skins is fine, but like the thing is with weapon skins, we're not really doing those anymore because they kind of mess up balance a bit because it's kind of confusing when you see someone using a different skin. You know, you don't know the weapon they're using, so you don't really know what to expect. So yeah, weapon skins are not really being made anymore because of that. But yeah,
Okay.
character skins, that's that's easier. You can make events for that. I also plan on doing a event on the Hulk server soon. We'll probably do one toad as well. That's gonna give some like exclusive skins and stuff. But yeah, that can definitely become more common, I guess.
Okay, thank you. That's really all I wanted to ask.
Thank you. Okay.
My turn? Oh, thanks.
Yes.
Yep.
Hey, guys. Aside from the Arc 60, which is more like a theme park experience, how the Arc contents drop, are there any plans to get players out in the open world and incentivize them to like actually interact with the open world, other than farming bosses and maybe killing each other? An example like the item Lou showed. That's a good example.
I mean, I can't give you the answer on the specific things. Of course, it's something we always want to add to the open world. I mean, there is a question going on in disease are dead, why they are dead, and so on for years now. So there is always something that we can do to improve it. I can give you the exact answer at the moment, but yeah, we will take the steps such as the one Lou mentioned.
It's a work in progress, but in the end, you need some sort of circular form or circular loop to get, like, to keep players involved in between the big content patches. And especially if the arcs are more like theme park oriented, you just go through them in like a week, and then you're back to like the old content basically. So it's more of like a question: is your backlog filled with certain like subsystems? Just to like, I think the item Lou showed is one example, but maybe there could be more similar ones.
No, there is not a lot of them at the moment in our backlog, at least mine. But for sure, there are things that have to be added, and it's nice from you to spotting it and marking it. But to be honest, I have no idea. I have no idea at the moment how to approach it. I also believe, as a very old new player, maybe more into this way, but I believe that players are making the content themselves too. And I don't want to sound like we are not going to do anything. Don't understand me wrong, but yeah, I feel like that's what's Nin about in some way.
No, I agree. It's a sandbox after all. I appreciate the transparency as well. So thank you for the straightforward answer.
Thank you.